Yo, what's going on everyone? This is DeadDrop, and today I want to talk about my top 5 games that I'm looking forward to coming out this fall as well as the next year, because even though I know there's a lot of games coming out this fall, I'm not necessarily interested in picking them all up on day one. There's a couple of them that I'm just kind of waiting to see what people say, hear what the word on the street is before I decide to go and pick them up, and maybe I'll get them on a Steam sale next year or something like that. But I'm going to try and make this video as short as possible because I do have a story to tell with the number 1 game on this list. So really quickly, let's jump right into it. So the first game on this list is going to be Battlefield 1. Now, everyone's looking forward to this game. You saw the trailer, you saw how hyped that shit looked. I've always been a fan of World War shooters. I grew up playing Medal of Honor on the PlayStation 1. I played Medal of Honor, I think it was Pacific Assault on PlayStation 2. World at War is one of my favorite games. There's something about World War 1 and 2 that have like a special place in my heart, right? The idea of all these people going out to war without the medicine that we have today, without the technology that we have today, and having the balls to actually go out and do that. Also, all the lore that surrounds the World Wars, right? Like how World War 1, the events that occurred during World War 1 and afterwards led into World War 2. That shit is fascinating to me, and it always has been. So Battlefield 1 is definitely going to be a game that is at the very top of my list right now. Definitely going to be a day one purchase. Always been a big FPS fan, always been a big fan of World War games, even though I necessarily haven't been the biggest Battlefield fan. But I'm going to pick this game up regardless. The next game on this list is going to be Persona 5. Now this game is supposed to be coming out in February of next year, barring any delays of course. But the reason why I'm looking forward to this game is because I've always been a big fan of JRPGs, and I really love stylistic games. If you guys have been watching the Hyper Light Drifter videos, you know that. I said that in the first video. I love games that have a great art style. I love games that just have a specific like flash to them, right? If it's flashy gameplay, flashy combat, things like that, I really like that. And Persona 5 definitely has the art style that interests me. I've played Persona 4, I loved it. I played through like half of Persona 3 and I loved it. Would have kept playing it, but unfortunately my save file got corrupted. So I'll play that at a later date, but right now I'm looking forward to Persona 5. The next game on this list, Horizon Zero Dawn. I think everybody's looking forward to this game if you own a PlayStation. The game looks pretty sweet. It's a new IP. It looks visually beautiful. The gameplay looks solid. From what I've been hearing from people who attended E3 and got to play it a little bit, there were a couple of frame rate issues, but nothing that I don't think will get ironed out by launch. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm really hoping that it doesn't suffer from the Assassin's Creed 1 effect. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is I remember when Assassin's Creed 1 was announced and I saw the trailer for it and I saw the gameplay. I was like, man, this game looks amazing. I gotta play this. And then I remember playing it and being like, man, this game sucks.
Boy, if you don't get...
And what do I mean by it sucks? I meant like, I thought I was going to be able to go around the town and just do whatever I wanted. Kill whoever I wanted, no problems. Obviously doing missions, right? But also having my fun, kind of like GTA, right? Where in GTA you drive around the city, you blow shit up, you kill people, so on and so forth. You go on rampages. I thought I was going to be able to do that. Wasn't able to do that at all. I was like, alright, well this game's kind of whack. And I haven't really played Assassin's Creed since Brotherhood, so I'm not really a big fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise. But anyways, going back to Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm really hoping that the world is very interactive. I hope that there's a lot of stuff to do. I hope that there's, I really hope that they take the RPG elements of the game to the next level and they really make it more of an RPG than just another action game. So since it is a new IP, I'm automatically looking forward to it because I want to play it, right? I want to see what it's about. Like I said, the game looks beautiful, the combat looks cool, and I'm just waiting to play it. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed again for like the 27th time, so we can finally play that game and enjoy it and see what it's all about. The next game on this list is going to be Final Fantasy 15. Remember, I said I love Japanese RPGs and I love stylistic games. You look at any trailer from Final Fantasy 15 and I think you get both of those things. It's just like, man, this game looks gorgeous. Like, I know I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, Final Fantasy's always been great. Absolutely not. Have you played Final Fantasy 13? Have you played Final Fantasy 13 2? Those two games were garbage. Now, this game, I'm really hoping that they went back to the drawing board and they really brought back the idea of what Final Fantasy is. That open world Japanese RPG with big ass monsters and summons and all those crazy things. I played the Platinum demo, which is just a tech demo for the game, right? You walk on the little pads and the weather changes and all of that stuff. I thought it looked beautiful. And I had a lot of fun playing the ending of that demo where you're fighting against the giant. I think it's called an Iron Giant, if I remember right. But that combat was really fun. I like doing the warp thing with Noctis where he's flying around the map. Like, call me simple, but I like that shit. That's what I like to do. I like blowing shit up and killing people and giving people a hard time, and I like zooming around the map. That's what I like. Now, we reach the final game on the list, and with this game comes a story of rage and disappointment and infinite sadness. So, what is this game? This game is Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. So for those of you who do not know, this is the remaster of Final Fantasy XII, which was released on the PlayStation 2. Now, I don't know if this game is like hella popular or why they're remastering it, but I have a personal demon that I have to conquer with this game. Let me tell you a little story about young DeadDrop. Okay? I remember getting this game, playing it, almost beating it, starting it over again because I wanted to get the Zodiac Spear, right? So the Zodiac Spear is a weapon that you can only obtain if and only if you do not open specific chests in the game in specific locations. If you open any of those chests, when you get to the point in the game where you would get the Zodiac Spear, you get like an elixir or an ether or some bullshit like that. So I was like, you know what? I want that weapon. And I want that weapon because I was doing mark hunts. I was literally at the very, very end of the game. I didn't complete it. I didn't complete the main storyline. I got to the very end of the game. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do all those mark hunts that I haven't been doing. I had literally completed the first one, which is, I believe, killing a rogue tomato in the desert. And I never did any of the other ones. And for those of you who didn't play the game, because like I said, I don't think this game is like super popular or was like well received or anything like that, but mark hunts basically function like Monster Hunter, right? There is a monster in this area of the world. Go there, kill that shit, come back, turn it in for a reward. There's 50 of them in Final Fantasy XII, if I remember correctly, and they each get harder and harder and harder and stronger as you move up. I got to the very last one. The last one's name, if I remember correctly, I think I'm pronouncing this right, it's Yasmat. Now, in order to fight this guy, or thing, it's like a lizard or dragon or some shit like that in a coliseum. In order to beat him, on average, if I remember correctly, it takes something like 7 hours, and you need the Turnasol, which I had. It took me a week or 2 weeks to grind all of the materials to craft that weapon. You need the Zodiac Spear, which I restarted the game for. You need, I think something like a Dark Blade or some shit that you steal from Gilgamesh. You need, there's a couple of weapons that you need to get in order to maximize your chances of beating him, right? Because these are the best weapons in the game, and you also need some of the best spells in the game, like Flare and all of these things. So I bought all that. I did all my junctions, because you need to have a specific set of junctions, which are basically autopilot for the rest of the cast. Not the people that not the character that you're controlling, but like Fran or Balthier or Bosch or Penelo. Whenever my health gets below 25%, Penelo will heal me. Or whenever haste wears off on Vaughn, Bosch will cast haste on him, or protect or barrier or whatever. You know, depending on how you have your character set up, who's your mage, who's your DPS, who's your tank, so on and so forth. So I had all that set up. I tried fighting this guy easily, like 14 or 15 times. I was never able to beat him. I got so close. Also, this guy has something like, I don't really remember the amount of health. I know it's in the millions though, okay? He has one giant life bar that extends across the top of the screen, and underneath that life bar, there's little dots. And each dot is another full life bar. I'll try and have a screenshot of that up on the screen right now so you guys can see it if you didn't play it. But I tried easily 14 or 15 times to beat this guy. Got to the final life bar like 7 times, and then I died. And obviously, I got frustrated. I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to put the game away. I'm going to wait until the school semester is over, the school year's over. Summer's going to come around, and I'm going to kick this guy's ass and finish this game. So, June comes around. Summer break starts. I'm like, hell yeah. Time to fight Yasmat and beat Final Fantasy XII. So I never have to think about this game again. Because it wasn't necessarily a game I enjoyed while I was playing it, but I really started enjoying it once I started doing the mark hunts, right? I liked the grind. I liked going out and killing these monsters and so on and so forth. So by the time I got to this point, I was really liking the game. I knew where everything was. I had all the best shit. I knew everything about the game at that point. And all I had to do was kill this thing, end the game, and then I'd never have to play it again, right? So summer break comes along. I grab the game. I go to my PS2. I put the game in. I go to load game. The memory card pops up. It says, please select memory card in slot 1 or slot 2. Click slot 1. And then, the classic, there's no save data found. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me, man? There were 125 hours worth of gameplay on that save file. 125 hours of my life gone. To this day, this happened like a decade ago. To this day, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I overwrote the save file, if it got corrupted, if I was using the wrong memory card, if I sold the memory card, if my brother overwrote it. I don't know what happened. All I know is that 5 days of my life are gone, and I'm back to waste another 5 days of my life on this shit to finish it, because I'm going to finish that game. I was actually going to do it this summer. This year, I said I'm going to do it. Right? I was going to download a PS2 emulator and play the game. And then E3 came, and they said, guess what, DeadDrop? Just for you, because we know what keeps you up at night, and we're going to let you solve this problem. We're finally going to let you confront your demon. We're releasing a remaster of Final Fantasy XII, and I was like, thank God. It's like the heavens heard me. Now, we're going to fight. We're going to get this shit over with in HD, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 1080p, HD pimps only. Hell yeah. So, when this game comes out, I'm going to do it. And I swear to God, if there's some bullshit like, oh, you're safe, I'll probably break my PS4. I'm not kidding you. I need to finish this game. This has been haunting me for like the past 10 years. Every time I think of Final Fantasy, I'm like, I never beat Final Fantasy 12. I did all of that work. 5 days of my life gone. So, I believe this game's coming out in February or March or something like that. You better believe I'm failing all my classes to beat that game. Alright, no, maybe not that far, but I'm definitely gonna beat it. So when that game comes out, I'm gonna be in there. And Yasmet, they better not nerf anything or make anything easier. I want it to be the exact same game. I want to have to not open those chests. I want to do everything the same way, and I want to complete it. And with that being said, that's my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a dislike if you disliked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter. The link is down below. Leave your comments down below. What are your games that you're looking forward to? Do you have any stories like this where you have this thing that there's a game that maybe you didn't complete that you really want to and you just haven't had the time to or whatever? Let me know down in the comment section below. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.